old guy, well, no, a young guy by the name of Flint McNeil. That's out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. All right. Pretty boy, you know what I'm saying? He looked like a T.I. type of guy, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, well, what you in here for? You know what I'm saying? Well, you know you got, like, he must be a drug charge or something like that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a couple days go by, and I get to know, he get to talking to me, you know what I'm saying? So he was like, yo, man, how much time you got? I said, shit, man, I got 8 to 10 years, man. He said, man. And I was looking at him like, what? He said, yo, man, you lucky. I said, lucky? You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't realizing where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I ain't taking it to the environment of where I'm at. I'm in Central Prison. I'm just kind of shook right now. You know what I'm saying? That's all you hear about. Central Prison, behind the wall. Guys will kill you, stab you, rape you, all that type of stuff. That's all they to hear before you get there. So I'm kind of shook right now. You know what I'm saying? Everything, I'm watching everything, watching everybody. So he said that. He said, man, you lucky. I said, lucky? How am I lucky? He said, man, I got 999 years.
Hey.
999 months, 999 days. I looked at him, I said, what? I said, man, you lying. You know what I'm saying? Because I never heard of nothing like that.
Yeah.
So he said, I ain't lying, man. I said, how much? I said, what you do? And then he went and got his paperwork and came back. Because I'm still thinking he lying. I think he wanted to be a tough guy.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? I said, he must got caught with a lot of dope or something.
Yeah.
So he came back, showed me his paperwork. I see life. When you get a life sentence, you know what I'm saying? That's what they put up there, 999 years, 999 months, and 999 days.
Yeah.
Instead of the life sentence. So he showed me that. Boom. He showed me 3 of them with 999. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, you got 3 life sentences. Yeah, and he was still going to court for more murder charges. He was a cold-blooded killer. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? Just looking at him, you think he was some little soft drug dealer or something.
Yeah.
But that man in there for he had 5 bodies that he was going to trial for. So he was like, man, you got to check. Because I was in there kind of wilding out. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to ice grill people. It's only 2 days in there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking I got to follow what's going on in this Scared Straight movie. You know what I'm saying? He tell me like, man, you got a chance. You in here wilding out. You only got 10 years to do. You can do that and go home. He said, me, I ain't never getting out. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people here ain't never getting out. He said, it ain't nothing for us to kill somebody like you because you don't appreciate what you got. Yeah. And I just stopped and looked, and I just started educating myself from then on and learning the environment that I was in. And I ain't gonna say I had a good time, but I learned a lot. It was like my college education. Like a lot of people went to college, you know what I'm saying, ECU, Harvard, or wherever they went to college at. That was like my college years for me, you know what I'm saying, because I learned, it raised me. It made me the man that I am today.
Yeah.
So now I feel like it's my duty to bring that out here to the youth and let them know that they ain't got to go that route, and let them know what, if you are going that route, then you can look forward to this. Prepare yourself for this.
Yeah.
Because you can reach a lot of kids. You can tell them this. A lot of them ain't gonna take heed to it, but I'm gonna still give you the warnings of what you're gonna have to deal with.
Yeah.
When you go that route.
Yeah. Wow. That's deep. Walking out that day, how did you feel? And was it relief, or you said, were you scared because you had to start, you know, what kind of life were you going to have?
Man, at first it was unbelievable, you know what I'm saying? Because I just felt like something was going to happen, because I did so much stuff out here in these streets that I just knew they were going to come with another murder charge, or they were going to come with some robbery mess. They were going to come with something, you know what I'm saying, before I get out, because you hear so many stories about cats doing 15, 20 years, or 10, 9, 8, 7, how many years they do, and then the feds be right there, or somebody be right there at the gate to snatch them up and take them back to court for something else, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was shook, because the Pitt County had came down there one time. I was in where I was at? Caledonia. I was at Caledonia prison. And they came down there, and I had a friend. She was a CEO that worked there, and she came to me. She was like, "Yo, what you do?" I said, "What you mean?" She said, "Yo, it's some Pitt County is here now with some more papers." I said, "With some more papers?" It was 2002 then, you know what I'm saying, something like that. So I'm like, "Oh my God, they coming down here with some more." I'm through, you know what I'm saying. I've been out of there since '97. So there's no reason for them to be, you know what I'm saying, there's no reason for them to be talking to me, you know what I'm saying, come to me and talking to me about nothing. So I was scared. She was mad, you know what I'm saying, because she was a CEO, but she became like one of my best friends, you know what I'm saying. But she was, you know what I'm saying, so they take me down there, they called me to the sergeant's office, handcuffed me, and I'm like, "Yo, what's going on?" They said, "Man, you got some visitors here." I said, "What type of visitors?" And he said, "Well, you'll see when you get there." So I already knew what was going on, but I'm just shook. I'm talking about my whole body getting limp. I'm just walking through there. My heart is racing. Feel like I'm about to die because I don't know what they're going to bring in here.
Yeah.
And then they get over here and show me some child support papers. And there was some child support papers. Man, hey, yo. I cussed them people out so bad, man. You know what I'm saying? I cussed them people out so bad. I was like, "Why is y'all playing with me? You coming all the way down here for some child support paper?" Yeah. I said, "Man, get them things out." And then it wasn't even my child. The lady, crazy thing about it, I didn't even know who the lady was that put me on child support. Wow. I like, "Man, I don't know this lady, man. I never seen this lady a day in my life." And I just, I was so happy. But like I said, when that day came, it was like, I had a PO, so they had to, PO had to bring me home. My people couldn't come get me. You know what I'm saying? The parole officer had to take me home. But seeing my family, you know what I'm saying, how much they had changed because my grandmother, like, was my rock, you know what I'm saying? That was who raised me, you know what I'm saying? And to come home to see, she had a few strokes while I was gone, you know what I'm saying? So she didn't look the same, you know what I'm saying? But I was seeing her over the years, but I'm so used to, you know what I'm saying? The house was different. Everything was just kind of different. And the emotions that went through me, I was happy. And then I got to see my kid, you know what I'm saying? I seen them through the bid, you know what I'm saying, through the 10 years. But to be outside, to be able to, come on, let's go outside, let's go to the mall, let's do this and do that. I had to, you know, it was surreal to me, you know what I'm saying? I just couldn't, because I always felt like it was something that was going to send me back to the penitentiary, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Send me back. And then I almost went back. So when I almost went back, that was really, "Oh, okay, you're doing too much, man." Yeah. I was doing way too much. Yeah. I said, "You just did 10 years. Are you institutionalized?" I had to check myself, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because I was institutionalized. You know what I'm saying? I was out here in the street. I'm still out here in the street eating Jack Mac and tuna, you know what I'm saying, tuna, noodles, and crackers. You know what I'm saying? Still making swoles out here in the world. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So people like, "Yo, man, you ain't locked up no more. You got to let that go, bro." Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm thinking I got to address every issue because in the penitentiary, you locked in. You know what I'm saying? You're not really locked in, but you're in one area. You're not leaving off that compound for nothing. So if somebody disrespects you, you got to address that, or everybody else gonna start disrespecting. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But out here in this world, you can like, if somebody disrespect, you can like kind of walk away and move away from around it. You know what I'm saying? Kind of just distance yourself from that. But in that environment, you can't, because even if you walk away and go from say it start in the gym, and you walk from the gym and go to the dorm, people that seen what happened in the gym gonna be in your dorm, and they're gonna talk about it, and they're gonna try you next. You know what I'm saying? So you got to go ahead and nip what situation happened right there in the bud, right then, and don't allow no disrespect. But out here, you can really kind of maneuver that. And I almost got caught up in that situation again because I'm thinking I got to address everything that somebody said. You know what I'm saying? So after that, I said, "Hold up, man, you got to be smarter than that. You call it, you know what I'm saying? you're way more intelligent and you give yourself credit for. And I had to, check yourself, because even though a lot of people, it might not be nobody that can love you the way that you're supposed to be loved. So you got to love yourself. Right. And the first thing you got to do is check how you moving. You know what I'm saying? If you're not moving right, man, you got to check yourself, because you can't talk about nobody else if you're not right.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So coming home it was a transition. It wasn't just a couple years transition. It took me like about 4 or 5 years still to transition to get back out here from leaving that penitentiary life to coming out here. Yeah. But my body's still institutionalized to it, because I will wake up at 5 something every morning. You know what I'm saying? I can't. Thank God I wake up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so used to it, man. I wake up 5 o'clock. I might just got off work at 3 o'clock in the morning, but no later I'm getting up at 7 something, and I'm gonna be able to. I got to get up. You know what I'm saying? I might go back to rest a little later on, but I'm getting up at that time, because my body just. There's certain things I'm gonna put in my body now. It was like I said, the transition was a hard one, and we didn't have the programs that are available now to these guys. And then the prisons a lot of time won't even let you know that these programs are available. So if you don't have family that's into that field or know anything about that, then you can be out here starting from the ground up, you know what I'm saying, without any help, and that's going to be extra hard, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I had family, thank God I had family. I had family that was still in the streets, and I had family that was still, you know what I'm saying, just family. I had family, you know what I'm saying? So my transition financially wasn't bad, you know what I'm saying? It was more the mental part of it that was bad for me.
Yeah. Oh, man. Your kids, much respect, because I see you, I've been knowing you since we were kindergarten, Miss Crumper, Miss Jones class. I've been knowing you since we were 5 years old. And I see, much respect. I give you all respect, because every time I see what you putting on Facebook or something, you doing something with your kids. You going to your daughters, eating lunch with them.
Yes, sir.
They get certificates, you there and stuff like that, and that's much respect. How do it feel now to have them, like you say, you still working on something, but have them just here with you?
Oh, man, that's a blessing, man. I'm talking about, like, that's the best part of my life right now to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a beautiful fiance now. She really takes me, you know what I'm saying? She really puts me in a great place. You know what I'm saying? She really helped my stability as far as, because I was everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I was going state to state. Yeah. I was just couldn't be still, but she helped me. Like, look, you need to be here, be stable in one place. So I was like, cool. You know what I'm saying? She got me on that right track. But when my kids, seeing them as much as I can, that's like, some people take joy in money, you know what I'm saying, cars, houses, and whatnot. And I do too. I take pride in that, but that's my best pride. That's my best joy right there with my kids, you know what I'm saying, seeing my kids, seeing them happy, seeing them smile. Because I know what I took my oldest two through, and I refuse to take, you know what I'm saying, the rest of them through that, you know what I'm saying. Yeah. And I can't, it's nothing you can do. All the money in the world can't change what happened in the past, you know what I'm saying? I can't make that up to my daughters now, you know, so all I can do is show them the love, you know what I'm saying, that I wanted to give them back then, but I didn't. I was gone, and I couldn't do but so much. I seen them on visit, but now I make sure that I don't put myself in that situation where I'll be away from my kids. Okay. So, yeah, that's definitely, the kids are definitely my motivation. And I love my kids, but it's like all kids are, like, I get to meet kids. I don't meet a stranger when it comes to the kids, you know what I'm saying? For some reason, they just flock to me, or even the kids like 15, 16 that disrespectful to everybody. They always show me a certain type of respect. You know what I'm saying? And they kind of relate